Hey, good afternoon, future Hornets. This is Kindle Holderby, Director of Admissions, coming to you live from Emporia State University today. We are so incredibly glad and excited that you've joined us today for some great topics. It's hard to believe, but school is less than 2 weeks away. The 17th will be here before you know it. So I hope that you've got your move-in plans ready, your housing assignments, you've touched base with your roommates, you've checked on your class schedules, all those good things in preparation for the upcoming year. If you haven't, not to worry. There's still orientation. There is still going to be a live information session next Monday night that you'll be getting information on here shortly that we hope you and your parents can join us on. So there's still plenty of time if you feel, if you're a procrastinator like myself and feel like you haven't done as much as you're supposed to. But today's topic, you remember we sent you a postcard in the mail a couple weeks ago, the Standing Together, and then hopefully you got another text message reminding you about it. Well, this is that event, and joining us today is the Emporia State's Chief Diversity Officer, Dr. Aswad Allen, and our Director of Multicultural Student Affairs, Teresa Taylor. Teresa, thank you for joining us today. They bring a wealth of diversity, equity, and inclusion experience to Emporia State, and we are so incredibly fortunate to have both of them here with us. We all three are somewhat newbies. I think I'm the elder statesman with only 2 years here on the job, but in the short time we've all got to work together, it's been amazing to see some of the things that they've been able to do here on campus. So I really look forward to this upcoming year. I know they do, and I know that they've got some exciting things to discuss with you all today. And so, Dr. Allen, I'm going to kick it over to you.
Okay, thank you, Kendall. I also appreciate the hard work that you do and your team does in terms of reaching our students and really meeting them where they're at and making sure that they're very much aware of Emporia State, the opportunities that we have available here for them to learn and grow and realize their true potential. It's also a pleasure for me to have an opportunity to work with Teresa Taylor Williams. She has been a phenomenal contributor and leader on our campus, works very closely with students across the board, and also supports some of our staff experiences and educational opportunities for all of us. I think I'd like to just start the conversation off with asking a question of those that are listening. What is it that you expect this fall 2020 at Emporia State? What are your expectations? And I'm really asking that question in a broad sense because I want you to answer it the way that you would like to. The second question that I want you to think about is what are some of your concerns for fall 2020 as we enter the fall semester? Now, you have an option to share your questions at emporia.edu/live. If you are with us, you can go to that Google form and enter your questions there, and we'll find your questions and your responses. We'll incorporate them into this conversation. So, as Kendall mentioned, I am actually just coming up on my first full year at Emporia, and I've learned quite a bit. I realize this is a campus that has a large number of caring faculty and caring staff. There's a number of opportunities available for you to learn and for you to grow. As we think about diversity, equity, and inclusion, most people would not think of Emporia State necessarily. But I will say that we're doing some things now that I think are adding on to the work that came before we arrived, and hopefully building a good experience for you going forward. My background is in student affairs, so I'm very familiar with student development and student affairs work. However, Teresa Taylor Williams is our um, leader in that space right now. And so I'm going to ask Teresa just to introduce herself and share a little bit about her background, some of the things that she did last year, and what she imagines going forward. So, Teresa, go ahead and share what you would like to.
Well, hello everyone, and it's so good to be here. And welcome to Emporia State University, ESU. I just arrived here last fall, and it is a true honor for me to be here. I have family ties in the area, and it's just a very diverse. You wouldn't, I think, the average person. It's a little deceiving because we're a hidden gem. I feel like, some people might have preconceived notions as far as this part of the country, and but let's just say ESU is a diverse gem, and we have got something for everybody here, I like to think. And so we hit the ground running here in the Center for Student Involvement. My office is Diversity Student Programs, and we have done lots of things as far as celebration of, cultural celebrations, and just a variety of things. So, we have last year, what did we do? We did Hispanic Heritage Month celebration. We had Black History Month. We actually had a drag show, which was very well attended. It was standing room only. Just a variety of things. And what we do is we just try to talk to students and see, what do you all want? It's not the Teresa show and Dr. Allen show. It is, what do the students want? And we really try to work hard to take the temperature and find out how can we serve and meet the needs of underrepresented students, marginalized students. And so this year, the semester will for sure be challenging, but it's a good thing because through challenges, it kind of pushes us to be more creative. And you just don't know what you're capable of until you are put in certain situations. And so I really choose to see this coming semester as an exciting time. Our Hispanic Heritage Month committee is moving forward, and we have some things on tap with that. All virtual programs this fall because we want to be safe. We want to keep you all safe, and we want to be safe. And so, we've got speakers, we've got singers, we've got dance. We also have, my office is collaborating with the counseling department. We have a wonderful team of therapists, and I am waving the mental health banner loud and proud this year because, with COVID and with some things that happened over the summer, the civil unrest, that has taken a toll on a lot of people. And we anticipate, we want to create spaces. And so we are partnering together to create those spaces where students will feel heard and really try to make you all know that you have people who are listening and who want to help and serve. And so I'm really excited about that. The last thing I'll say, I'm excited also about partnering with the Office of International Education. We are putting together a coffee and cops chat, and it's going to be virtual, and we really want to, we've had some students already to mention that they are uncomfortable with police presence, and we have a wonderful police force here at ESU, and we just want to, really keep the doors of communication open. And so we are going to be doing that. So we look forward to keeping you informed, and we look for your ideas as well. and are just open, and we're just ready and willing to serve you the best way we can.
So Teresa, one of the things that I noticed about the work that you do is you're very intentional about helping students with their leadership development skills, as well as helping them learn some practical skills that can transfer into their careers also.
Yes.
I know that you've helped students, sponsored students in terms of going to different conferences and leadership experiences. I know that you've supported educational out of classroom activities, and you mentioned the different celebrations and different guest speakers and those types of activities, and then of course there's the social piece that I think is important. The whole networking and building community and sense of belonging. So there's quite a bit actually that you do and that you have done. You've been very strong in the area of marketing materials and getting information out to students and working with students to get information out so they know what types of opportunities are available. And I think you've also helped students and student leaders improve in some of their activity planning and execution. You sent some students to the Tilford Conference, I think. You've
the Big 12.
The Big 12. And then, of course, there's been different leadership experiences here on campus.
Yes.
So when we think about diversity, equity, and inclusion, it's not all about race and it's not all about gender. What it's about is people.
Yes.
It's about people learning about differences and understanding how to use those unique qualities that people bring with them to help improve everyone's experience, everyone's learning, and everyone's development so that they can be better leaders and better citizens wherever they may find themselves.
Yes.
So
I think if I can interject, one thing that you really taught me, Dr. Allen, because we started around the same time, and I love this campus and I have so many great ideas and you have a lot of great ideas. And one word of caution that you gave me was you cannot do all the work or you will be burnt out.
Right.
And that was a valuable lesson for me, that it is campus wide. And, we want you as incoming folks to feel like this is not, like Dr. Allen said, this is not a race thing. It is sexual minorities, it is gender, it is age, it is abilities, disabilities, exceptionalities, cultural differences, religious differences. I mean, the umbrella of diversity, equity, inclusion is vast and it impacts everyone.
That's right.
And so it is all of our work, and it's good work. So I don't want you to think right. that, the word work. It is good work. And it is, I like to think of it as, I think Dr. Allen uses this word a lot, celebration and acknowledgement. And that's what it is. We want to celebrate the differences that we have, because if we were all the same, how boring would that be? And we're just simply not. And so right. This is, I believe, such a campus for change, and it's a campus that is a welcoming. I believe it's welcoming as an outsider, as somebody coming from Michigan. But I just really believe that it's got to be all of us together. Just like behind me, there's a tree and it's got all these different color handprints on it. And that's really what makes the beauty of the tree, is the different colors and the differences that we have. And so, and just a plug, we have over 100 student organizations. And so there's just, if we had an underwater basket weaving organization, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's truly, I think that just is a testimonial as far as how we try to have something truly for everyone. to find their niche and find where they fit, and where you will be if you're seeking identity, or where you maybe you want to reinvent yourself. There's some students who, okay, I didn't like maybe who I was in high school, or I want to be something different, or I'm evolving. Then you can do that here, and we have opportunities. We have lots of opportunities.
Right. And the key, I guess, for us is to create a safe space where you
Yes.
can learn and grow in a healthy way.
Yes.
And you can experience a variety of opportunities and different types of people. We also recognize that some of our students come to campus with a real strong sense of who they are already. They have clarity. They know what they want to pursue as a career. They're not searching for their identity because they have already discovered that, and they're also extremely valuable in this educational journey. And those are the students who I think we want to walk side by side with and work with, so that they can help increase the capacity of this community to make a difference for everyone. And that's what we are. We're a group of people who want to make a difference for everyone.
Definitely.
And so we do it in different ways. When we think about this work, the fundamental principle that we guide ourselves by is bringing all the voices that we can to the table, so that we can make the best decisions possible for everyone to achieve.
Yes.
Okay, that's basically the big ideal. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit, because there's some real pointed questions and some pointed conversation that I want to have with Teresa, and I'd even like for Kindle to join in. I'm going to share my screen here, and these are some of the issues that myself and my graduate assistant, Carlos, who's been helpful throughout the summer, he worked with me to put this slideshow together. I'm not sure if we're going to use the whole thing or not, but as we're thinking about returning to campus, we're not pretending that the reality is different or the same. We're paying attention to what's happening around us. We recognize that we have a pandemic that we're needing to keep under consideration. We also realize that there's some social unrest that's going on nationally around, civil unrest that's going on regarding social injustices, and we're very much aware of that. And we also are tuned in to a very, very important presidential election that's coming up in November. And so let's just talk a little bit about some of the things that we've put in place, or that we're working on, to help our students be able to transition into this community and know that they have the support and the safety to navigate. I don't have all the answers to those three big categories, but I will say that our campus has done an extensive amount of planning to create a safe environment with the cooperation of students, so the students can return face-to-face if they choose to. There are going to be some online options available for students who may prefer that. And our faculty and our staff have taken measures to support both methods of learning. In addition, we've worked with our community, our faculty, our tech teams, to try and bring some equity-mindedness to the learning processes. I know that Teresa's working hard in the Division of Student Affairs to always bring that equity-minded lens to supporting students and student activities. And I think Kindle has done the same. So, I just want to open up our conversation a little bit with Kindle first. Do you have any observations that you would like to share with our viewers around how we've prepared regarding these three categories for as our students return?
Yeah, absolutely. So throughout the summer, we've had a series of webinars and check-in calls from the admissions department to our prospective students that will be joining us, and overwhelmingly, the questions that surface the most are, what are classes going to look like? What is the dorms situation going to be, and the cafeteria, kind of, or the food situation, kind of like some of those you've put up here, almost all of them you've put on here. So one thing that I've been really proud of our faculty for doing is, instead of just, folding it in, so to speak, and say, hey, we're just going to go online. It's the most convenient thing for us to do right now. Being cognizant of people's learning styles, and that many people do need that face-to-face interaction as part of their learning style. That we only have, out of all the classes on campus that have been turned in to the registrar's office, only like 3% are completely online. So that means that the overwhelming number of classes are going to be that blended, where you come to class 1 to 2 days a week, and then and then 1 to 2 days a week is online. So I think that's been really, really refreshing to see. You see a lot of other universities that are allowing students on campus, but half or more of the classes are all online, or 100% online. And I know when I was a student, I would have really struggled coming from high school to going directly to 100% online.
Thanks, Kendall. So I think what Kendall's pointing out is that we are prepared for the different modalities. We recognize that there's a diversity in learning styles, and we're doing what we can to accommodate that in light of this pandemic that we're navigating. Teresa, do you have any comments about the work that you're doing or that may be happening in your space?
I just want to get an understanding, like specifically.
For example, how do you imagine supporting the diversity programming in a COVID-19 context?
As I said, it's going to be challenging, but we're still here. The main message I want to convey is we're still here for the students, as everyone here at the university. It's just going to look a little different. Even if we can't be face to face, we're still available. We're still, phone, email, FaceTime, Zoom, or however, we're here, and their success, the student success, and their well-being is our priority. And I was just talking to our vice president of ASG, just the student government, and we were talking about what can we do to, especially the mental health piece. Again, I cannot emphasize that enough, that there's going to be some real, possibly some stress, some stressors, some fragility, and we just want to acknowledge that. It's not that a person isn't strong enough. It's just the time we're in right now. It's a lot, and we want to help, and so we want to set up lots of. We want to make sure that we're getting those resources out, and making sure that students know that there is a support network. It's not just a one person go to. It is a network. There's an array of things that we are working on. So just that new awareness. I know I myself, I am letting folks know I want to be a resource. I am a COVID survivor, and I am, I can't, nobody knows until you've heard those words that you have it, that you don't know how you will react, and you don't know what that will do to you mentally. Some people are just fine. Some people, are stressing. Maybe they have family at home who they were helping to take care of, over the summer, and now they're away at campus, and they're worried about that. And I get it, and I just hope to be a resource, where students can feel like they can come talk to me about that experience, because I've lived it. I'm blessed to be here, and I've lived it. And your slide here with Lindsay, they are just a wealth of they are just diamonds for us here on campus. The work that our counseling services department does is amazing. I mean, as my understanding, they were pretty busy even before COVID. So now they are still busy, but and they're virtual and as well as walk-in. So I'm really happy that we have such a strong team to serve students here.
Thanks, Teresa. Good points. We think about, as we think about transitioning, sometimes we don't remember that mental health is a big part of how well we do in everything, how well we do in class, how well we do in a new environment, how well we do with different people, how well we do with different expectations, and how well we do when we're not doing well physically, when our health maybe isn't as good as it could be or should be. Mental health is a very important component in how we experience our daily lives. And so I am thankful that Teresa joined us today and shared and is sharing her story. This pandemic that we're experiencing is very real, and it is affecting people differently.
Yes.
Some are affected in ways that others may not be. But nevertheless, it does have an impact on our community as a whole. And that's our nation. And so we strive to create a respectful and safe environment for everyone. And for those that do need counseling services, we have a dynamic support team to help you navigate these challenges and this environment. And so you're not alone. I think that's what's most important to note. Kindle, is there anything you'd like to share about this before we move on?
No, I think we've done a good job covering that. And then, like you said, just the amazing counseling services that we do have here, that we do have available here. We encourage students to absolutely take advantage of if that's something that they feel they need to.
Okay. Before I show my slide, I'm going to share a little bit about my favorite colleague here. She, once again, she's a champion for this work. And but no champion does anything by themselves. And you are champions too. And you're champions because of your uniqueness, not because of any one particular thing that we're looking for, but because of just who you are, the treasure that you bring, and what you have to offer to this community is definitely an added value. Teresa's made herself available to work with you and your interests, to explore what it is that you would want to see in your community here at ESU as a Hornet. And we will find a way to see your dreams realized. Myself, I work sometimes in the front and sometimes in the back. I can lead, but I prefer to support the great champions that we have on this in this discussion today. That would be Kindle, that would be Teresa, and that would be the many other staff and faculty that you're going to find across campus. Our faculty and our staff are committed to your excellence, and if you have any interest in different groups or organizations, then they can direct you to some of these opportunities here. Interfaith experiences, LGBTQ organizations. We have some Black Greek organizations on campus or in the area. We have HALO, or Hispanic Leadership Organization, Hispanic Alliance Leadership Organization. We've got a number of organizations that if you're looking for that place where you can find your sense of belonging and use it as a springboard to get launched into broader experiences across campus, then find these organizations. They'll help you get yourself grounded and on track. Let's see. We talked a little bit, Teresa talked a little bit earlier about our police department, and we have a very good relationship with the police chief, and their team of officers have a how would I say this? It's a true public safety philosophy that they approach our campus community with. They work with our community. They work with our students. As a matter of fact, our chief of police has organized a coalition of leaders which will involve students on that coalition to help him and his group become more involved with the community and be better public servants. And we also are developing a good relationship with our city chief of police, myself and Teresa. I'm zooming through these here. Student wellness, we talked a little bit about that earlier. But in addition to the counseling services, there's also health services. And those services address a wide range of health-related issues and needs. So please keep that in mind as you think about how you're going to use the resources on campus. The last thing that I wanted to cover is maybe concerns or questions that we might get about social unrest, social injustice, and how we respond here on this campus. I think, first of all, our philosophy is to value difference, to value diversity, and to value all the uniqueness that our students, our faculty, and our staff bring to our community. We do realize that the world and the nation that we are experiencing is showing us that things aren't the same for everyone. There are some inequities. There is some unfairness in the systems that we participate in, and there's some very clear examples that have been given and provided to us in the recent months. On this campus, we stand firm that all people are created equal, and we're going to provide equal opportunity to everyone. And we stand firm together. We believe that although there are differences, that every single life that comes onto this campus matters. And when we see something that's wrong, we're going to say something about it. And we're going to take action to do what we can to correct it. We're not a perfect institution. The good news is that we're honest about it, and we're working on it. And that's, I think, a place that you can feel comfortable and confident being. an institution that's going to be transparent and honest and work with you side by side to create a safe working and learning environment. So with that, do you have any closing remarks, Teresa, that you would like to share?
Just that we are excited. Please know that we want the full experience for you all. For you as the incoming students, we want you to have as rich of an experience, of a collegiate experience as possible, and we're here for you. So, yes, we are in the middle of some challenges, but I love the banners around campus and downtown that really reiterate that we are all in this together. And so that's really what I would like to leave, and just that I'm looking forward to seeing so many new and different faces.
Thanks, Teresa.
Even with masks.
That's right, even with the mask. So I want to be sure to leave you all with her contact information. Teresa Taylor Williams, that's TTAYLORW at emporia.edu. I'm sure she'd be happy to respond to any questions or even interest in working with her or volunteering as you join Emporia or return to Emporia. And then my email is aallen29 at emporia.edu. And I think that's all we have, Kendall.
Yeah, well, Dr. Allen, Teresa, really appreciate you all coming here today. And, Dr. Allen, I heard you refer to Teresa as your favorite, so I know I've got some work to do.
Well, guess what? All the people that I work with are my favorites.
But to the students that are watching this live and that will watch it later, just know that we're so excited for you to come and join us here. There will be some challenges. But it's going to be a wonderful semester. College is the greatest time of your life, and we can't wait to experience that. So we will see you soon. Take care, everyone.